The Reds last signed a centre-back way back in 2021, when Ibrahima Konate came on board from RB Leipzig. Since then, they've also seen Jarell Quansah burst onto the scene, although Joel Matip's exit means it has been one in, one out for Liverpool. As a result, things need a freshening up. Virgil van Dijk isn't getting any younger, and with doubts also surrounding Van Dijk's future, the Reds need to secure their position. With that in mind, plenty of names have already been linked with moves to Anfield. Lenny Yoro continued to be a top target, but he isn't the only one on Liverpool's radar. Yoro would be an exceptional signing for Liverpool. At just 18, the French youngster is already a fixture in the Lille backline. Should Liverpool bring him in, it's not unreasonable to think that Yoro could dominate their defense for the next decade. With Real Madrid strongly in the picture though, other options need to be explored. One of those appears to be Bologna. Defender Riccardo Calafiori. Liverpool is said to have made an inquiry over a summer sale for the Italian. Taking to playback on Tuesday, journalist Fabrizio Romano gave an update over Calafiori's situation. It seems the Reds are going to have to fight off strong interest from Juventus in order to bring the 22-year-old in. For Calafiori, what I'm hearing is that he would be more than happy to go to Juventus because they have the same manager he had last season at Bologna, Thiago Motta, Romano reports. He already agreed on personal terms weeks ago, but between Juventus and Bologna the situation is complicated. Bologna were not so happy with how Thiago Motta joined Juventus, so the situation is quite tense between the two clubs, he adds. Also, Bologna believe that if the player keeps performing like this after a fantastic season in Serie A and now at the Euros, maybe they can sell him abroad for bigger money. So, it really depends on who's going to put big money on the table, but Bologna will do their best to keep the player at the club. Let's see what's going to happen, but also the player's position is important, and he already gave his green light to Juventus weeks ago. With his agent confirming, "I don't want people to think that Kvara wants to stay at Napoli. We want to leave, but we are waiting for the end of the Euros so as not to disturb Kvaratskhelia. The priority is to join a team that plays in the Champions League." The Georgian international has garnered a lot of attention as rumors circulated that a dispute with Napoli had occurred. It's thought that the two parties stalled contract negotiations with a catalyst for the entire dispute. Barcelona and Liverpool are currently on high alert as they try to take advantage of the circumstances. The 23-year-old hasn't expressed his opinions yet, but it's obvious that the writing is on the wall because his father has recently said, "I do not want my child to stay in Napoli," echoing the sentiments of his agent. It is safe to say that Kvara has flourished and developed into one of the best in his position since joining Napoli in July 2022 from Dynamo Batumi. His contribution to Napoli's 2022-23 season, which saw them win their first league title in 33 years, was pivotal. Having accrued 25 goals and 26 assists in 88 games for the Italian side, he is considered one of their most valuable players. Although some rumors have suggested that the winger may get more than £90 million for his talents, Napoli have maintained that he is not for sale and that his contract expires in 2027. Salah's future with the Reds is still uncertain. Finding a replacement could be crucial in case the Egyptian leaves this summer in the next few windows. The front line is heavily weighted to the left, with Mohamed Salah being the most logical choice to play on the right at this stage. Although Kvara primarily operates on the left, he can naturally transition onto the right. In what almost looked like a coordinated assault, Kvaratskhelia's father came out with very similar remarks. He echoed the sentiment about potentially seeking a move following the conclusion of Euro 2024. "I don't want my son to stay at Napoli. They changed 3 coaches last season, and it's hard to play in a similar situation." But Napoli did not take well to these comments. Last season's 10th-placed finishers issued a strong statement on social media. In reference to the statements of Kvaratskhelia agent, Mamuka Jageli, and his father Badri, Calcio Napoli reiterates that the player has a contract for another 3 years with the club. Kvaratskhelia is not on the market. Liverpool has received a huge summer transfer boost with rumored target Valdemar Anton set to leave VfB Stuttgart, according to reports from Germany. Bundesliga duo Borussia Dortmund and Bayer Leverkusen have also been credited with an interest in the player. The 27-year-old played 32 games in the Bundesliga last season, as Stuttgart finished second in the top flight of German football. His performances were also recognized on the international stage, with Julian Nagelsmann including Anton in the Germany squad for Euro 2024. Liverpool is in the market for defensive reinforcements this summer, and the Stuttgart star has joined a growing list of options new boss Arne Slot could turn to in the transfer window. Crystal Palace's Mark Guehi, Sporting Lisbon's Goncalo Inacio and Chelsea star Levi Colwill are other names also linked. although Anton could be the most financially viable. According to Kicker, Anton has decided to move away from the Stuttgart arena in the coming months, which comes as a boost to Liverpool, Leverkusen and Dortmund. The German international is currently contracted until 2027, but his deal reportedly includes a $23 million, €22 million per £18 million release clause, which has been described as a bargain for the player. Liverpool and Stuttgart negotiated for the transfer of Japanese international Wataru Endo last summer and could now touch base again to discuss the transfer of Anton. The defender was handed the armband by the club after Endo's move to Anfield, and has been vocal about his admiration for Liverpool in the past. Of course, we would all have preferred it if Wataru had stayed because he is simply great in terms of sport and personality, said Anton. But he's not going anywhere, he's going to Liverpool FC, one of the best clubs in the world. We understand he wanted to seize this opportunity and we wish him the best. Liverpool has parted ways with long-term servant Joel Matip at the end of his contract at the club, which could open the door for Anton to join the Reds. At this price, it would also allow Liverpool to recruit elsewhere, whether that is more defenders or within midfield. Liverpool.com says, Anton is a versatile option who can play at centre-back, right-back and midfield. Liverpool could use depth across all positions, and at this price, it seems a no-brainer for Slot to consider in the transfer window. Reuniting with his former teammate at the club would also help him settle in the role. Here is our Liverpool FC transfer recap for Monday, June 17th. The Reds have been linked with several incomings as they plot the new season ahead under head coach Arne Slot. New sporting director Richard Hughes and FSG's new CEO of football Michael Edwards are casting their net wide in order to boost the Liverpool squad, while there have also been some high-profile names linked with the exit door. There's excitement around Liverpool's transfer window this summer, given the changes at the club. There's a new manager, a new sporting director, and Michael Edwards is back in the mix. Put them all together and no one is too sure what the Reds will do. In fact, there may be a few doubts that Liverpool will do anything. That's led to The Athletic's James Pearce giving a 100% guarantee that Liverpool will make moves in the transfer window. 100%, there will definitely be business done, Pearce told Redmen TV. I've seen people getting twitchy already and we're not even quite in the middle of June yet. There will be some strengthening to the squad, without a shadow of a doubt. Mundo Deportivo report that Tottenham Hotspur have bid for Takefusa Kubo. Spurs want to sign the Japanese international, who has a release clause around £50 million. Kubo has been a shining light for Real Sociedad since moving there from Real Madrid. 16 goals in the last 2 seasons have boosted his profile, leading many to believe he could fulfill his fantastic potential one day. Spurs seem to believe he can. They've put in an offer, however it was reportedly beneath his release clause. The race is still open, then, but rival clubs need to decide soon whether to get involved, given Spurs have made their decision. Liverpool are supposedly one of those clubs. The report here mentions them by name, along with Manchester United. The pair are long-term admirers of Kubo, but if they want him, they'll need to react to Spurs' offer.